25 days till the election. All right, we had an extremely devastating hurricane come down through Florida a few days ago. This was, they got damage from the first hurricane, and this one came through, and I think it spawned a whole bunch of tornadoes. Now, I talked about my friends that live there. I haven't quite contacted them yet, but I have someone local who owns property down there in the northern section of Florida, and he posted his own personal video that a small tornado came by the property. There's a small pond behind the house, and it kind of basically tore all these trees down and did some minor damage to his home. Part of the roof come up and some of the smaller trees are leaning against the house, but nothing catastrophic, I believe. He walked around the property in the video. So, take a moment if you can. I don't know if they're having any type of relief funds or anything, to donate something. Florida's a bit too far to send things, but I'm pretty sure some church organizations and that will have a collection to send something down there to them, and keep these people in your thoughts and prayers. So you got multiple disasters happening within a month of the elections. And of course, they're using this politically. They're politicizing all of this. And then, like behind me here on the computer screen, I'll read to you the two things we have here. Bill Gates owns weather controlling patents for that technology, and hurricanes are controlled. We now have proof. Honestly, like I said before, with all this going on, my head's spinning. It just filling your brain with so much nonsense. Okay, when there are people who have some very serious problems, there's people that have lost their lives. There's people that have lost all their material possessions, and all of this right before one of the most critical elections in our country. And also, both of the states that got heavily damaged, North Carolina and Florida, are supposedly swing states. So, adds more to the political intrigue, and then the science fiction shit where everyone believes that people are controlling the weather. Which, honestly, after all the things I've seen and all the weird crap that's gone on, I can't say whether it's real or not either. It's one of them things. Who the hell knows? Okay? I know that for years controlling the weather has been a military secret and all this other stuff, and people have made accusations. And even if they can, they're not going to let you publicly come out and tell the truth. Okay? So, who knows? All I know is a lot of people are hurting, and, we should try to give our support to them first and foremost. Now, for the political stuff, as it goes on, as you look every day. Okay, I brought up something. Yesterday's countdown was, I ran short of time. I had a lot of things going on. But now, each and every day that passes, it's more and more nonsense. Harris is out there freaking out, saying shit about Trump. He's the one that's making a political statement about this. They had the president on again. This time he wasn't that coherent. And his briefing on Hurricane Milton, I guess, they were asking him some questions about the FEMA funding, and I guess I was watching a clip. They're not calling Congress back for an emergency session. They're not doing this, I think is what he said. And then they said, have you talked to Trump? And he starts railing on Trump, saying he should get a life and all this other stuff. Where Trump, any of the hotels that are still standing, or all of his hotels in Florida, have been open, cleared out, open, and all of the rescue workers and people coming down there are given rooms and being housed in his hotels, I guess, free of charge. Okay? So, you see, they could say whatever they want about the guy, and I know some people don't have a high opinion of him, but he is doing something where the people in charge are basically just doing nothing. And the president did make some more derogatory comments about Trump. And then when somebody tried to slide a question in about Israel, and they said, have you communicated or have you spoke with Netanyahu about his retaliation strikes against Iran? And he goes, oh, by the way, Netanyahu, he's on his way here to help with the hurricane. And this is the President of the United States. What the hell is he talking about? And what the hell is a leader of a country that's in the middle of a knockdown, drag-out war going to fly to the U.S. to help with the hurricane? And how's he going to help? I mean, this goes to show you the insanity. I don't understand what the Democrats are doing, what this administration is doing. Every passing day and every time they go out in public and have either the president or the vice president speak, you know, I'm dumbfounded. I don't believe they allowed us. They're supposed to have censorship and stuff. Why don't they censor this crap? Okay, I mean, when he's live and he says this weird shit, that ain't giving a vote of confidence to nobody. And then they had another one, they were on there, I think talking about the hurricane, but they showed like a Zoom meeting with all these things. And they're saying something about the comments, because somebody was saying something about what somebody commented on this thing. So it's one of these deals. And the main broadcast was talking about that. And it shows her, Harris, she goes and she's wearing a live mic up on her shirt or something, blouse right here. And while they're talking, she goes like this and covers her mouth and is saying something to one of her aides, mumbling like off to the side. But the mic's still on. So she's trying to hide something, and when she's speaking, they can hear what she says. And then it shows the one comment, the guy commenting on this video that somebody else is talking about. He goes, how friggin' stupid can you be? How stupid is this person? And they're, first of all, she's the vice president, which don't look good. And they want her to be the president, somebody that stupid. Okay, it's like shocking. It's extremely shocking. Okay, I don't know. You want this individual, or you're even thinking of electing this individual to run our country, a nuclear power, you know, I mean, recipe for disaster. I can't even begin to say anything bad about them. They're just doing it themselves every time they go out in public. Okay, which brings up a ton of questions about this administration. Everyone's worked up over this $750 and the money and all this other stuff, and they keep throwing that back and forth, and well, we have money and we have this, and you know, it's Trump's just saying that just to to make us look bad. Well, you know, you're making yourself look bad. You don't need Trump's help. Okay? And then, you know, I've heard of things. I was looking again through here and get my coffee. And there was a guy, one of these prepper channels. So he's got this video, it's a short one, and he's like, I'm not doing this for clickbait, I'm not doing this to spread fear and panic, but he goes, it's been brought to everyone's attention, and Redacted here said that days ago, that with this open border policy, there are known terrorist groups, and these are foreign ones, not our homemade ones. There are foreign terrorist groups in the country and operational. And they're planning a mass casualty event prior to the election. So within 25 days. So this guy goes on for, you know, a good portion of the video saying, look, this isn't clickbait, I'm not making this up. He goes on to say he heard from a friend of his that's in some sort of federal agency, you know, that knows about this. So this is not made up. This is not fiction. That there's going to be a terrorist group trying to do a mass casualty event. And he says, so stay out of public gatherings, stay away from crowded places. Don't go to any type of gathering which is drawing a lot of media attention. It wasn't quite specific, just like protests or, you know, basically these two candidates are pushing like crazy in the next 25 days. They're going overtime into campaigning, going on TV, having public outings, having rallies, and all this other stuff, which the one in Pennsylvania this last weekend, I mean, it was 3 times more people than he had the last, and there were a lot of people at the first rally up there in Pennsylvania. So it's kind of contradictory, you know. It's like there's a lot of stuff going on. People are saying beware of hospitals and all this other stuff. I mean, you know, I don't know how true it is. It's just more paranoia, more fear. Now, they did say at one of Trump's rallies that all the people that were on one side of the stage, either the right side or something, came down with some sort of eye irritation, and some people actually blinded by something. And that was kind of sketchy. You know, they talked about it for a few days, and then now you don't hear anything about it. I haven't looked for any more information. But one individual really did have some serious issues with this. And he said that something was sprayed, an irritant or chemical or something that the only thing they could figure out to cause this. There's several people that said it happened. So I don't know, you know, coincidence, all fake, made up shit, who the hell knows. Because then you didn't hear much about it again. Alright, if it was some sort of an attack or some sort of substance was released into the audience, it probably would have gotten more notice. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. Could be censored. So yeah, things every passing day, and I think it's going to get intense. It's scary enough to where this is going to intensify within the next 25 days. Okay. To what extent or what's going to happen, I don't know. But it is something to kind of be a little bit nervous about. Because who knows? Who knows what's true? Who knows what's being made up? You know, I guess whatever you believe or whatever you feel, I guess is the way to go with it. But it is getting intense. and then the bickering and arguing. I mean, nobody's, and the thing is, they're saying who's doing anything to help the victims of these natural disasters. And they said it was wrong for Harris to kind of get in an argument, a verbal argument, or say things about the governor of Florida the day before the hurricanes hit him. Okay, and then they go and accuse Trump of being the one to make all the political, turning this into a political fight instead of doing anything to help. So, same thing, round and round and round we go. Honestly, the way things are looking and the way things are just out there in all media, okay, I don't see how the Democrats can win this election. I mean, it's just, I don't see how they can. It's impossible with the way they're acting. I mean, nobody in their right mind. I don't care if you're a loyal Democrat. I don't care if you hate Trump. But what's going on, something has to change in this country and change it drastically. Somebody has to take some sort of control and start getting things to run differently than they are. It's like my wife said, the price of gasoline and everything is going up again. Okay? If you look at a chart, just food, things like milk, butter, eggs, the increase since 2000 in the past 4 years is unreal. Okay, and then we're going to stop price gouging. Well, what do you mean by price gouging? Okay, the people who make the produce and the milk and everything, they don't control the price of that. Okay, my niece owns a dairy farm. They only get paid so much for the milk. Okay, each truckload, there's an amount, and that's a set price. They don't determine the price. They don't say, well, we need a 20% increase. Okay, that ain't the way it works. Okay, so this price gouging or controlling this, they're accusing somebody's marking it up, but see, that comes under a level of control which I believe is regulated by the government. Okay, with all of these food products. And then another thing, people say that the Chinese own a shitload of farmland and are controlling the damn food source. These Chinese companies own these industrial farms and stuff and everything. And they ain't exactly our close friends either. So that's where we stand, gentlemen. I've got a Friday, I've got some things to do. But as you see, it's intensifying. The nonsense, the political nonsense is intensifying. And God forbid if any of these rumors and accusations are true about things like this mass casualty event, okay, how true it is, and who knows. But that's probably that's one of the things really that I'm nervous about. If there is some sort of terrorist attack again, like 9/11, or even if they have a computer glitch, okay, I'm more frightened about a cyber attack and the mayhem it'll cause, okay? Because if your networks are down, if your Wi-Fi's down, and your cell phones are down, and there's a giant technology screw-up, that'd be a good way to, stop an election, okay? Because when we vote, that thing goes into a machine which is connected to some sort of server and counts the ballots, okay? And if we have it to where all the computer systems fail, okay, that's a fright. That's even more frightening. And you can't get to the bank to get your money, and you can't do this, can't do that. That's not going to be good. And they don't need a bomb. They don't need spies or anything, you know. They can do it all remotely. It's like going to see your doctor. You're going to have a remote terrorist attack. Okay? It's like a remote doctor's visit. Alright, guys. I'm going to cut out. Thanks for watching the video. I'm going to keep trying to plug along. I might skip Saturdays as usual. I'll take a day off from all this fun stuff sooner or later, or maybe not, don't know. So hang in there, and I'll keep trying to get the countdown, keep it rolling. Only got 24 more of these to do, so hit the like button, subscribe, gentlemen, and stay tuned.